I've dreamt of building a life with you, a home full of laughter, love, and warmth. But there's something in my past that keeps pulling me back, making me question if I deserve all of this happiness with you. Every time I imagine our future together, it's filled with joy. But then this one unresolved piece of my heart stops me from moving forward. I need to face it before I can truly give you everything. I want to wake up beside you every day, watching our love grow into a beautiful family. But I can't shake the feeling that there's something I haven't dealt with, something that could affect us. The idea of raising children with you fills me with hope and excitement, but there's a fear deep down that I might not be enough, that something in me could keep us from having the life we dream of. I see us surrounded by children, creating memories and living a love story that lasts a lifetime. But before I can commit fully, I need to be honest about the fears that have held me back. You deserve the world, and I want to be the one to give it to you. But there's a weight on my chest that I need to lift before we can start that next chapter together. I love the idea of us building a family, but there's something from my past that still haunts me. I can't step into our future without first addressing it. I've always wanted to be a parent, especially with you, but there's a hesitation in me, something I need to confront before I can fully embrace the life we could have together. Starting a family with you would be the greatest joy of my life, but there's this one part of me, a part I've kept hidden, that I need to deal with before we can take that step. I want to see our children running around, a living testament of our love. But I need you to understand that there's something in my heart that's holding me back right now. Being with you makes me dream of a future where we raise children in a home full of love. But there's a fear I can't ignore, a fear that I'm not ready to face just yet. We talk about our future, about the family we want, but there's a part of me that feels unprepared, like I need to resolve something inside before I can be the person you and our future family deserve. Every time I think about starting a family with you, my heart races with excitement. But then there's a pause, a part of me that whispers, "Are you really ready for this?" I want to be the best version of myself for you, for our future family, but there's something I haven't confronted yet. And until I do, I feel like I'm holding us back. The thought of raising children with you is everything I've ever wanted. But there's a lingering fear inside me, a fear that I won't be able to give you and our children everything you need. I see you as the perfect partner to build a family with, but there's something I need to deal with before I can give you the commitment you deserve. I imagine our future filled with love, laughter, and children. But before we get there, I need to be completely honest with myself and with you about what's been holding me back. You are my forever, the person I want to start a family with. But before I can take that leap, there's a part of my past that I need to confront. The thought of having children with you makes me smile, but there's a fear that if I don't deal with this one thing now, it could come between us when we least expect it. Our future together is so clear in my heart, but there's something I need to confess, something that's kept me from fully embracing the idea of starting a family. I want to grow old with you, raise children, and create a life filled with love. But there's something inside me I need to heal before we take that step. You and I were meant to build something beautiful together, but I need to face the one thing that's been holding me back from giving you everything. I want to give you the world and start a family. But before I do, there's something weighing on my heart that I need to share with you. The thought of starting a family with you fills me with joy, but there's a fear from my past that still lingers, and I can't move forward until I address it. I picture our future together all the time, but before I can fully commit to starting a family, I need to be honest about the thing that's been holding me back. We could have it all, a beautiful family and a lifetime of memories. But first, I need to deal with the one thing that's been stopping me from moving forward. You make me want to be the best version of myself, but there's something from my past that keeps pulling me back, making me hesitate about starting a family. I dream of us raising children together, but I need you to know that there's something in my life that I haven't dealt with yet, and it's holding me back. I want to build a future with you, filled with love and children, but there's a fear that I might not be ready yet, that I still have something I need to resolve. The idea of us starting a family excites me, but there's this one thing, this one unresolved part of me that I can't ignore any longer. I love you more than anything, and I want to start a family with you. But before we can, there's something I need to deal with, something that's been holding me back. You make me want to create a future filled with love and happiness, but there's a part of me that I need to confront before I can fully step into that with you. I see us raising children, living a life filled with joy, but there's something in my past I haven't faced, and it's stopping me from moving forward with you. You and I are meant to build a beautiful life together, but I need to be honest about the fear that's been holding me back from starting a family. The thought of us starting a family fills me with hope, but there's a part of me that feels like I need to confront this one thing before we take that next step. I want to build a home with you, raise children, and create a life filled with love. But first, I need to face the fear that's been holding me back. You're the person I want to spend the rest of my life with, but there's something in my heart that I need to deal with before we can start our family. I see us raising children, growing old together, but there's something from my past I haven't faced, and it's holding me back from fully embracing our future. Our love is everything to me, and I want to start a family with you. But before we can, there's a fear I need to confront that's been holding me back. I dream of the day when we start a family, but there's something inside me that I need to address before we take that step together. I want to give you everything, but there's something from my past that still haunts me, and I can't fully commit to starting a family until I face it. You are my forever, and I want to start a family with you. But first, I need to be honest about the fear that's been holding me back. I see our future filled with love and children, but there's something I need to deal with before we can take that next step together. Starting a family with you would be a dream come true, but there's a fear inside me that I haven't faced yet, and it's holding me back. You make me want to be the best version of myself, but there's something in my past that I need to confront before we can start a family. I love the idea of us raising children together, but there's something in my heart that's been holding me back. Something I need to address before we move forward. Our future is so bright, but there's something from my past that I need to deal with before we can start a family together. I want to give you the world, but there's something inside me that I need to confront before we can take that next step together. Starting a family with you is my greatest dream, but before we do, there's something I need to be honest about, something that's been holding me back. I want to build a life with you, filled with love and children, but there's a part of me that feels like I need to deal with this one thing before we take that next step. You make me want to be the best version of myself, but there's something I haven't dealt with yet, something that's been holding me back from starting a family.